Hey everyone, it is me, Sandra, and I am here to share with you my layout that I made for a challenge that I am having with Lisa, who is Maggiemylow. And this is our third challenge that we've done together. The first challenge we did was a anchor challenge, so we had to use anchors on the layout. The second challenge we did with each other is a feather layout, so we had to use feathers on our layout. And the third one she came up with was to use Project Life cards on a layout. And that was a really good idea for her because a lot of times, we get the Studio Calico. Well, yeah, we both get the Studio Calico kit. And then I have like some of the Becky Higgins cards, and I cut cards out of my 6x6 packs and like simple stories and just other ones that I have. I don't use the whole pack of cards that I get in the kit club every month. So what I wanted to do was use the kit club cards that I already had from Studio Calico. And so it's like just like these cards right here, like these are some extra ones that I have that I haven't used. And what I did is I went through and I found some, I wanted to do it, let me kind of explain it, I guess. I wanted to do more than one card on a layout. So I came up with this idea because I was thinking first, well, I can put one card, a picture, and then a card here and make a layout and do a lot of layering underneath it and do a layout. But I wanted to use as many cards as I could use, so I came up with this. And what I did is I just went through my pack of my Studio Calico and I picked out the cards that I wanted to use, and I picked out pictures that I wanted to use. And I thought, well, I want it to be kind of like Project Life, just kind of like everyday little snapshots of things that I do throughout the day. So what I did is I picked out my cards. So like, let's say if I would have picked out this one, and I used this dynamic die from, I'm sorry, it's upside down in the package, but this dynamic die, it is called Inserted 3x4 Insert. And it's a 3x4 die, and it cuts kind of like a Polaroid. Well, it is like a Polaroid that will slide into your 3x4 pocket. So what I did is I got my card like this. So let's say I was using this card and I was going to put my picture, like I wanted to put the picture here and save that space for writing. So what I would do, instead of making the sandwich this way, I would just flip it. I would flip it this way so I could have the cut going on the bottom. So when I open it up, most of this would be gone and I could still journal up here. So like right here, I just laid my die down and it cut this way. Same with here, it fit right into that little box, which came out perfect. Same right here, my die can't fit right in the box. And on this one as well, like this was a Valentine's card, and I just cut the middle out because I wanted to use the red, and there it is. And on this currants, I wanted to keep the currants at the top, so here's my card. So I sandwiched it on top, or put the square down here, and that kept everything that was the top and let me use the bottom part, and same right here. So I hope that makes sense what I did. So I really like this die, and again, it's just a dynamic die from, I think, yeah, from my favorite things. So so I used that. I used all these cards are from the Studio Calico kit. And then what I did is I didn't want them like 4 in a row, 4 across. So I started with these. I knew I was going to cut a little bit off, which was not, there was nothing I was cutting off that was missing. So I put this card, this one, and then put another little strip of a card. And then I ended up cutting them off. So they're kind of off-centered, each row is. And so that way, the cards, I don't know, I guess I could fit more cards on one and they look a little bit better that way. So what I did is I just got everyday pictures that I would use in my Project Life anyways, or maybe I would do a layout on them or whatever, and I did. So I used, like, this is just a picture of Gabby, and we were at Walmart, and there she is wearing her bathing suit tutu with her ice cream, her pigtails, and just having a good old time hanging off of the shopping cart, and I just thought that was really cute. This is a picture that I did of I think I posted it on Instagram. I've just been taking snapshots at night when I'm scrapbooking and posting them on there, and so that was one night that I did that, and I put it in this card that said, "This makes me happy," on the speech bubble. So I really like the way that came out. And this I stamped on a piece of white paper. It says "Nom Nom Nom." It was from a Studio Calico stamp. And this card was blank, and it just said photograph goes here, but I used the stamp that we got in one of our kits. I'm sorry, I forget what month it came in. It might have been April's. April's or May, but it just says just a little randomness. So I went ahead and stamped that there. And here's another card of the girls, and One day when it was raining, I went ahead and let them play outside. It wasn't raining hard, so I let them play on the trampoline, and they were just jumping around and having a good time. So I snapped that picture of them, and I love how Gabby's up in the air and Isabel's helping her out, and the girls had so much fun. And on this card it said rated, and it had the stars, so I went ahead and colored in all 5 stars. And then over here, I joined Weight Watchers, I think the beginning of May or something. So I went ahead and put that. And like I said, this was originally a Valentine's Day card, but I had it cut out the center there. And I had taken a picture. I think this I posted on Instagram as well when I was walking to my meeting. And I just stamped Let the Adventure Begin, which is from the same stamp set from Studio Calico. And I just put, I did it, I joined Weight Watchers, it's time for a change. This is a currents card, and so I had the square cut below. And I took a picture of the Starbucks ice green tea. I love that in the summertime, so I had a big one of that with the Splenda in it. It's so yummy. So I just check marked off drinking and put love it, love it. And this is a picture of Isabel on her last day of kindergarten. So she was standing right there before I took her to school, and I put this little transparency, "You're a superstar," on there. And I just journaled that it was Isabel's last day of school, and wow, how time flies. And it had a little heart on it already. And then this is another picture I took when I went walking. I started walking, I think the same week I joined Weight Watchers. And so I walked 6 days one week, and I walked a combined 16 miles in those 6 days. So I was so happy because that was just such a big improvement for me. Because I work at home, I just sit at home all day on the computer. So I thought on my lunchtime, I'm going to go ahead and start walking. So I took a picture of my feet and me walking. And here's another little snippet here. And then see, so I had all of this on this 12 by 12 white card, and what happened was I was cutting off this edge with my trimmer, and it cut crooked, and I was so mad, and I thought, oh, that just made, I don't know why I didn't use my scissors. So I went ahead and cut down the top, evened out the side, and I thought, well, I need to mat it behind something. Let me look through my paper. Well, we got this ugly 12 by 12 paper in one of the kits. Well, I think it's ugly. I just don't, it's just, I don't know. I don't like it, so I thought, I don't care if I use the whole sheet up. This part was not that bad. It just had like little circles behind it, so I went ahead and matted it and just laid it on there. And I thought, well, my thing still looks pretty plain. What am I going to do? And I thought, well, I like the way it looks, but I want something down here, but not just stickers. So what I did is I tore up some of this yellow vellum and some of this clear vellum, and I stamped right here to make sure my ink was going to dry pretty good. And all I did was just tear it up, and I inked everything with my black soot. I inked all around every card with it because I wanted it to pop off a little bit off of the white. So I inked around every single card, and I inked around the vellum strips that I pulled apart. So see, this is what all I did. I pulled yellow apart. I pulled a strip of American Crafts paper that I had, and I just inked around it. You see, here's another piece of vellum I inked. Here's some more white vellum, and there we go. So I thought, so what I was basically doing was making a title down here and doing some layering underneath it. So I just need to add that to my layout. Let me move this, sorry. Need to move that. So here we go. So there's my layout, and it was looking kind of plain. That's how it was looking, just kind of plain, and I wasn't sure what to do down here, so I thought, well, I'm going to add some layering. So that's where I tore everything apart, and basically what I did is I just tore it, inked it, and put like the yellow first. I layered all the pieces how I wanted it. I picked it up and I stapled it right there. See? So nothing else is glued down. It's just all kind of there. So I'm going to go ahead and, what do you call it? Get my glue gun, which is all tore up. I've dropped it so many times this thing doesn't stay on it anymore. But so I'm just going to put my glue where I have my paper so you can't see it. So I'm going to flip it around, attach that. Oh, see. And this is why I don't want to do things on camera either, because then I'm scared I'm going to mess it up. Come off. Okay. Let me see if I can get it where I want it. Oh, I hope that's straight. It looks straight to me. Okay, so there we go. So I added my thicker. See how it still moves? Because I only have that one staple holding it. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue right there so it can hold that. And probably put a little bit of glue right here under where that life is going to be so it won't swivel so much. There we go. Okay. So there we go. So I put my thickers and I put everyday life with an asterisk. I use these arrows, which also came from the Studio Calico kit. And then I use this stamp, which is one of my new favorite stamps. It's from One Little Dreamer. Her name's Artie, and she makes these stamps, and I think you can order she has a release every month, and I love this stamp set. It says, "This is me uncut, my story, my way. This is me, a little me time, discovering myself, evidence of a life well lived. It's a brilliant kind of day. Totally rocking out. This makes me happy." And I use this one. It says, "These are the little details I want to remember." So I stamped it right there. And that's it, and that is going to finish out my layout. So I hope, let me see if I can lift this up and show you. So there we go, that's my 12 by 12 layout, and I'm really happy with the way it came out. And I say thanks to Lisa for coming up with this challenge, because I'm definitely going to do some more layouts like this. I really did enjoy it. I think what I'm going to do too is probably put one of these stamps. I know I have one that said created on, so then I can put the date. Yeah, on there. So, but I really enjoyed this challenge, so say thanks to Lisa. I'm gonna go ahead and use today's date, which is, I hope it's the 14th. Is it the 4th? I better look on my phone before I do it. But anyways, go over to Lisa's channel, who is Maggiemylow. If you haven't seen her video already, hers came out super cute, really nice. Anyways, and want to say thanks to her, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.